guys, welcome to another video. So I'm having a bit of problem with this Phalaenopsis orchid. I did a video where I repotted this orchid in a plastic container that had a lot of holes on it that I purchased on Amazon. Since repotting her, I realized that she has not been doing well. I know it takes some time for them to adjust to their new potting mix and pot, but I was really worried about her, so I took her out of the pot and decided I'm going to mount her. So now I'm going to be cleaning her roots and then find a nice shady tree where I have most of my orchids on, and I will mount her there. She blooms a very beautiful lavender stripe pattern colored bloom, and I really don't want to lose this orchid. So you can see that in growing plants, growing orchids, growing house plants, whatever it might be, it's not a straight A all the time. Sometimes you do get it wrong, and sometimes you just have to try again, try a different method and see what works. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. Remember to hit the subscribe button if you have not already done so you do not miss anything that I post. I am not a pro at orchids. I am just showing you my journey and what I do in growing my orchids and what works for me. So I am discovering along the way as well. So when you're cleaning your orchid roots, you would ensure that the ones that you're actually snipping off are dried roots, which are not bringing any substance to the plant. And once you feel the root, you can see that there's that green root right there, so that's a healthy, nice root. And then there are those stringy roots which are not doing anything for the plant. So just going to be cleaning her up and then using some coconut husk just to keep her roots moist, so she may adjust to her new spot. But I didn't have any coconut husk. I'm going to be using peat moss. Yes. So peat moss is very airy, dries out very quickly, and it doesn't retain a lot of water, but at least it will keep the roots cool. So just remove all the dead roots from the plants and then you're good to go. So that's what I took off from the roots. Most of them were dead roots, and then this is what I'm left with. So as you can see, I have a little green root on it, and then there are new buds coming up. There's one there and there's one around the other side, so that should be enough to maintain the plant, and she's going to be pushing a lot of new roots for us. So that's it. So there is the peat moss. I soaked it in some water just to have it cool and retain in a little moisture. So I'm going to be using that now to wrap the roots of the orchid before I mount it on the tree. So you want to just loosely wrap the peat moss, coconut husk, whatever you decide to use to retain moisture, or the sphagnum moss around the roots, and then strap her onto the tree. So I will be using a tie strap to do this. So this is a tree that I'm going to be tying her to. I already have a lot of orchids on this tree. It's a very cool area in my yard, and it will keep the Phalaenopsis orchid cool, because you know they do not like the direct sun, as their leaves will get sunburn or melt. So I have other orchids on this tree that are also in bloom, and I'm going to be placing her right there, so that way she stays out of the sun. She is also under a shade cloth, so the direct sun will not be on her, and the tree will also help to keep her cool. So there it is. So I'm going to use the tie strap and just get her onto the tree right there. I use tie straps because they keep them fastened to the tree. Some people use stocking or other things, but I just use the tie strap. It's easier to manage for me. So you want to ensure that you squeeze her onto the tree so that she don't fall off, and she can get her roots into it. So there we go. It's a quick, simple and easy method that I use to mount my orchids, and all my orchids that I mount like this, they do really good. So if you have a problem with an orchid, don't know what to do, mount it. It normally works out. Okay guys, so if you enjoyed this video, remember to hit the subscribe button, share it with a friend, and watch out for future videos. Thanks for watching. Bye.